Because video games are a longer form of storytelling, a lot of them get adapted into TV shows instead of movies. I think that should be the case with Red Dead Redemption. I'm mainly going to talk about the second game in this video, but I think to adapt a story like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's not that there's a lot of missions that you can cut out. It's that the progression of that story and the way that it's told in video game form really puts you in the character's shoes of Arthur Morgan. And I think you could only really get that feeling across in a TV show where you had that time with the character. Nowadays, TV shows, they're 8-episode miniseries, and they're all about an hour long. You need a lot more time. You could condense it, but I don't think you want to cut out that much of the game. So much of the game is so important. There's so many important things that I don't want to see go away. 15 years ago, you could have a show that had 20 episodes that had a 45-minute runtime, and that could work for Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't see that as a very high likelihood, just because that's not really the way we make TV shows anymore. Maybe at some point we'll get back to it, but mainly everything's like pretty short. You get like 8 hours, sometimes a little bit more, and that's kind of it. Red Dead Redemption 2, again, you want the big picture here. I think you do season 1, you tell everything up until probably Guarma. You could make it where they get back from Guarma, and then another season, play out the rest of the game. If you end on the cliffhanger with the Pinkertons finding the Vanderlyn gang after they get back, and then you go into season 2, and it starts off with Arthur finding out he's dying, and he has to spend the whole season dealing with that, and that's his whole redemption arc, peak cinema. There are some characters that I think if you casted them in live action, they can translate really well. Roger Clark would. He would do a great job of it. But so much of the character is his influence on other people. So Arthur needs to be a son to Dutch and an older brother to John. You need a guy who's about 30, 35 for Arthur. You need a guy in his late 20s for John. And Dutch, you need upwards of 48, I'd say. A lot of people have said Norman Reedus should be John. A lot of people have said Keanu Reeves should be John. No, I don't see it. If we're talking Red Dead Redemption 1, okay, that's a different story. But for RDR2, to enhance Arthur's story, you need him to be younger. So, once again, I'm sorry, Carl Urban. If it's Red Dead Redemption 1, go for it. Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't see it. Henry Cavill said he would love to be a part of Red Dead Redemption adaptation. I could see Henry Cavill as Arthur. I think he could do what's necessary. Knowing Henry is such a big fan of video games and all things that we kind of like, and he's just as passionate as we are, I think he'd be a perfect choice. He'd be great. There is one character, though, that I want the character actor to stay the same, and that character is Dutch Vanderlyn. Benjamin Brian Davis plays him perfectly. With the way that he portrays him is just unbelievable. You root for the guy, you root against him, you don't know what's going on. He's amazing at it. And some people have said Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I'm open to it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan could be a pretty good pick. But if it's between Benjamin Brian Davis and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I'm going to choose Benjamin Brian Davis. Other than those two, I don't see an actor that could get all the layers of Dutch. I really don't. And that's just one of the reasons why I think it's so hard to make an adaptation of Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, is because it's perfect for video game storytelling. I would love to see somebody take a crack at it. I think it could be really good in some of the best TV shows we've ever gotten. But you got to find somebody who's up to the challenge, and you want to make sure that you've done it right. But please, let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you next time with more videos just like this.